Hey everybody, Friendly Greens here, coming at you with 5 mistakes to avoid for Autoflower beginners. And these are very common mistakes I've made almost, if not all of them, on this list here. So definitely stay through all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. If you guys are enjoying it, leave a like and comment and subscribe. Number 1, training too early. Like I said earlier, I'm definitely guilty of this. I started training when it had maybe like 2 to 3 node sites on it. It's definitely pretty early in my opinion because it definitely stunted the plant from what I could tell. I would wait till about 5 to 6 nodes and then start training. But once you do start training, it is continuous. You need to get in there, get in your garden, constantly be pulling down new sites and everything. So definitely keep that in mind if you are wanting to start LST. You definitely got to get in that garden and constantly be on top of pulling down everything and readjusting your ties. Number 2, overwatering. Like I said earlier, I'm guilty of this. I feel like a lot of people are guilty of this, especially beginners. I'm not really going to go too much into underwatering because I feel like overwatering is more of a common issue when it comes to beginners. And if you have a heavy hand like me, just dumping hardcore and causing a Nile River to wash them out, it's no good. So what I personally do is I take a little spray bottle and I just like to spray around the roots there, get them all nice and a little bit damp, not too wet, and then take a nice gallon bag, do a couple spurts in there, put that over the plant. It should keep the humidity pretty good and moisture pretty good for her to be nice and happy and healthy. Number 3, too much nutrients. Now I've been in a few subreddits recently and I've seen some beginners like burning the heck out of their plants, like burning the heck out of them. And I'm not sure what they were using. I personally use liquid nutrients, so I think if you use liquid nutrients, especially as a beginner, it's really easy to burn your plants. So I would go about half of what the company recommends, maybe even less than half, because the autoflowers, they are pretty sensitive when it comes to the nutrients. Number 4, defoliating too much. Now I definitely have done this. I have defoliated way too much, and it definitely stresses the plant out. I mean, if you're going in there all crazy Edward Scissors hands, I mean, if I were at a barber and someone was going like that, cutting my hair and stuff, I would get a little stressed out as well. So definitely try to do some leaf tucking if you can instead of cutting that leaf off. Just a little bit of advice. If you can. Number 5, rushing harvest. We all been there. We all want that nice, beautiful toke really soon and really fast, especially if you've been waiting for a bit. And, it's very tempting when you see them getting all swelling and starting to swell for their first times, and you're just like, oh, you get that itch and you just want to get in there. But hold off a little bit. Hold off. I personally use a wireless USB microscope. You can use a jeweler's loupe, but I find it easier with a wireless USB microscope to get in there and really look at the trichomes. And definitely wait until you see like a bunch of cloudy heads and then a decent amount of amber heads as well. Definitely make sure there's no clear ones. You don't want any clear ones. And depending on kind of what you like for medication, just go off a little bit more amber or a little bit less amber depending on what you're wanting. And that's about it for today. I just wanted to get into basically 5 common mistakes every beginner makes for autoflowers. And I just want to say huge thanks to everybody who's been watching and liking and commenting and subscribing, especially the past few videos. It's really amazing because it's been kind of rough making this content. YouTube really doesn't like it, so I'm going to be kind of doing a little bit more of this kind of style content. I'm still going to be showing my plants and whatnot in other videos. That's just what I want to do. That's what I like doing. So if I like doing it, I'm gonna do it personally. That's just how I am. So I don't know about y'all, but y'all have a great day or night depending on when you're watching it. And later, fam.